Following the right way of the universe is the sacred law of all living things. The gestation and growth of all things in the universe is the result of the magnetic lines produced by the dark matter and dark energy of the universe, and the induction field of the mercy core of yin and yun energy. The development and growth of all lives holds the constructive attitude of self-love and universal love, the purpose of biological multi-win, and the goal of pursuing self-perfection. In the course of self-growth, they live and grow with competitive consciousness of striving to be the best, but in the meantime, they all present certain elements of altruistic color. No organism sees the concept of growth and development with a completely self-centered and destructive attitude, the selfish purpose of biological single win, or the goal of ugliness and greed. If we take a closer look at the law of growth of all living things, we can clearly see that the most basic potential factor in the life growth of all creatures is to take mercy and love as the ultimate pursuit. While pursuing love of its own kind, it also offers benefits to other species as byproducts. At the same time, it radiates broad affection and deep blessings to other lives. Other species also tend to be so deeply grateful that they return gift for gift and repay it with their own passionate love. This is the most basic life attribute in nature, of course, including us humans. All organisms on the earth form a living friendship chain of mercy and mutual help. Every kind of life tends to consciously dedicate, as much as they can, their own light, heat, nature, ability, skills, and arts to other organisms. Different organisms learn from each other and jointly create a gorgeous, colorful, and magical world. For any species on the earth, if it lacks this kind of mercy, it will be difficult for it to form real and everlasting life. As we see in nature, the lives of species formed accidentally from inadvertent mutation are the most vulnerable and short-lived. It is difficult for them to reproduce offspring or continue their life to the end because it violates the way of the universe and the law of the cosmic yin-yun. It just grows in a sporadic, selfish, and single-win manner and fails to bring benefits and mercy to other neighboring organisms. It is doomed to be short-lived. From the course of growth and development of the tens of thousands of species on the earth, we can come to understand us human beings. Are the organisms of humankind not the same as these tens of thousands of ordinary species? If humankind, in the early stages of its life, was without yin, without giving, and without multi-win, would we be such complex and intelligent organisms today? Would we have the harmonious world of fraternal cooperation and mutual giving with the other species of the earth? If, for thousands of years, humankind had held a destructive attitude and selfish purpose to claim limitlessly without considering other kinds of life, our earth, humanity, would have long been burdened and destroyed to extinction. Today, we have realized this point, but we still claim from other lives on the earth, excessively and without restraint. In the universe, if any living being violates the way of the universe, or does not take mercy as its ultimate goal, its life will be short and unsustainable. In the life process, if any organism does not practice mutual love and caring, mutual giving, and mutual dedication, its ultimate life will be miserable, tragic, and without mercy. It will definitely not be happy in the end. It is like a selfish person who hoards money desperately, without scruple, in a single-win manner. He shall not have the luck to enjoy the happiness brought by his money, or he may draw fire against himself, even at the cost of his life. This is because he has violated the great way of the universe and lost mercy as the basis of life. All the energy needed for life in the universe takes mercy as its most basic rule, to a certain amount and degree. No life in a certain unit of time can absorb energy forever. There is time for being hungry and a time for being full. Any greedy and unlimited claim is stupid and selfish conduct. In their growth, the thirsty trees will drink their share of water and spill the excess water for the thirsty grass to drink. The grass will have its share of water and gather the excess water into brooks for the cattle and sheep to drink. The cattle and sheep will leave the extra water for the fish and shrimps to swim in. The tigers and lions will have their share of prey and leave the rest for the zebras and antelopes to eat. The zebras and antelope will leave the extra prey for the eagles to eat. The eagles will leave fragments of the prey's bones for the sparrows to eat. All lives in nature enjoy mercy and mutual help. They may live in a harsh environment, with their next meal uncertain, but they all have a heart of universal love. They care for life with action and care for their own kind, as well as other neighboring kinds. This is because it is the only way to make the world we live in dynamic and full of vigor. Today, looking back over the life development course of human beings for thousands of years, what have we done in order to survive? Anyone who has a little knowledge of history should be aware that we are unworthy of the universe, unworthy of the earth, unworthy of our compatriots, and unworthy of the numerous organisms on the earth. We owe too great a debt of blood. Today, we seem to owe everything. But are we really happy? Animals know how to share the fruits of success and victory. Animals know that giving is a virtue. Is it possible that human beings, as high intelligent life, are still unaware of this truth? We all come into this world naked and leave the world naked. What amount of supplies do we need for 3 meals a day and a bed to sleep in at night? Why do we claim so selfishly and greedily? Why should we take more than we need? Facing the bloody cruelty of us human beings, are we no better than the chickens, cats, dogs, leopards, cattle, sheep, fish, and shrimps? In the thousands of years of human history, have you seen anyone who is rich forever, who prevails over all the world, who is sacred forever?